And here at News Channel 5, we have a unique opportunity to get more perspective on this horrible tragedy.
Our Cuthbert Langley grew up just 10 minutes away from the shooting. He joins us now with more on the effect this has had on that area.
Charleston is known as the Holy City. As you drive throughout the peninsula, you don't see any skyscrapers. Instead, you see steeples rising from the countless number of churches in the area. Back in April, when an unarmed black man was allegedly shot and killed by a North Charleston police officer, there weren't a lot of violent protesters in the streets. That's because they were inside churches, working together, praying for a solution. That's exactly what was happening Wednesday night when that 21-year-old suspect came into the church, started shooting, and killed 9 people.
We are not going to give up.
Wednesday night's deadly shooting undoubtedly shattered the security that is synonymous with the Holy City's holiest places. The site of the shooting was inside the Emmanuel AME Church on Calhoun Street, just steps away from the heart of downtown Charleston. The church is known to locals as being the headquarters of Charleston's civil rights movement. In fact, the King Center tweeted this picture Thursday morning of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. visiting the church back in the 1960s. Parishioners in the church say it's among the oldest in the country and the oldest AME church in the South. It can fit nearly 2,500 people, so in addition to being one of the oldest churches, it's also among the biggest.
It's an historic church. AME Church and the African American churches were very important, religious as well as social pieces of a fabric of society.
Every Wednesday night, church leaders gathered in the basement for Bible study. It was during that event when the alleged shooter stepped foot in the church, known for its accessibility and inclusivity, and sat with members for nearly an hour before shooting. But once again, instead of marinating in anger, many gathered in the streets not to protest, but to pray. Charleston Mayor Joe Riley personally charged every Charlestonian to do what they do best.
What we will do, and what this community has always done, is we're going to put our arms around that church and that church family.
The leader of the Emmanuel AME Church was Clemente Pinckney, and he was also a state senator who pushed for every police officer in the state to have body cameras. This comes after that April shooting of that unarmed black man by that police officer. Reporting in the newsroom this evening, I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.